just I will go quickly to configure this, and we'll give you time to finish and submit your work, guys.
Okay.
Let you with me. Then I will give you time to configure and submit your work. And inshallah, 1/2 hour, and we finish in this part. Okay, I will add 3 routers. Normally R1, R2, R3. This will be, for example, R2, R1 here. R3. And I will add the switch to 960. 3 switches. And 3 PCs to connect them to this switch. Okay. Switch 1, for example. Switch 3. And here switch 2. 4 PCs, for example, PC A, PC B, PC C. For the connection, we start with connecting switch to computers and switch to routers. Which cable we use, guys?
From where to where?
From computer to switch and switch to router.
Crossover.
Crossover?
Straight through.
Straight through, guys, because crossover is it for computers, sorry, the same devices. Crossover from fast Ethernet of PCA to any port. Here I will put, for example, in the fast Ethernet 01 and the switch, but I will take care about the port that connect the switch to the router, and the port in the router, gigabit 00. You see here, all of them will be connected to the port gigabit 00 in each router. So I use the switch through, for example, from the gigabit 01 and the switch to gigabit 00 in the router, from gigabit 00 to gigabit 01, and the switch from fast Ethernet 01 to fast Ethernet of the computer. The same for others, PC to switch and fast 01. But for you guys, because we inshallah next week we take the lab concerning the VLAN, you have to add more than one computer for this switch to configure VLAN. And at least each VLAN contain 2 computers. Sorry, I think put it in the wrong part here. I will remove it and connect it again correctly. From the gigabit 01 to gigabit 00. Now I will connect routers to each other using the serial cable. As you know, routers came without serial ports. Just click in the router, power of the router, and add this module that contain, sorry, the second one, not this one, HWAC, and try, guys, to put it in the right slot to get the first serial port numbers, and serial 000, then 001. If you put it here, it will start serial S010 and so on, and S011. It's better to start from the left, sorry, from the right. Power on. Zoom if it's not enough clear for you here, just see if it is on or off. See this green light. Then we go to other router, sorry, the next router to power off, add the serial card, power on, The same for this one. Power off, add the car, and power on. Now just I will add serial cable and use DCE based on the addressing table, guys. You see here DCE from the side of router 1 when I connect router 1 to router 2, then DCE from side of router 2 when I connect router 2 to router 3, and DCE from side of router 3 when I connect router 3 to router 1. Should take care about this clock rate when I will configure routers. Serial 00 from router 1 to serial 00 in router 2. You see here the clock rate from side of router 1. Serial 001 from router 2 to router 3. Clock rate from the side of router 2, and from router 3, serial 00 to 001 in router 1, and the clock rate from the side of router 3. Okay, just now I have to add the famous cable that's absolutely didn't like. The console cable. As I told you, don't go to configure routers by clicking here and going to the CLI. Try to use the console cable, because in your project, I will ask you about this. RS-232, because this that we do in the real environment. And you don't have a smart screen in our routers or switches to configure them directly from their screens. These are devices that need to connect to them through the console cable to configure them. And after the configuration through the console, we can use the remote control, like we use the VTY interface to configure this device. Inshallah, we have a lab in which to know how to access remotely through the network and configure switches or routers through the Ethernet, not through the console. The console port from the router and the RS-232 from the computer. Console port, take care to connect it to the auxiliary port. And for router 3, console port to PCC and the RS-232. Okay, guys.
Tamam.
Okay, just I will take your attendance, guys, now before continuing this configuration. Please send message when you hear your name. You can set present, but please send message to record your attendance in the system. Okay, this for I hope all of you are here, but 3 still not here, guys. Through chat message, guys, and send me message through the chat. أسامة منار, باسل عيسى, جواد ماجد, حاتم محمد.
Yes, sir, yes.
Send message يا حاتم. حسن حسين.
I sent in the message.
Okay, حسن. حسين كمال. رضوان. صفوان. صهيب. يلا صهيب, where are you? صهيب العثمان. عبد الرحمن سامي. عبد الرحمن سليمان. عبد الرحمن سليمان الفالح. عبد الرحمن محمد. عبد العزيز عادل. عبد العزيز عامر. عبد العزيز منصور. عبد العزيز منصور. وراري عبد العزيز منصور. عبد الله رضا. عبد الله محمد. عبد الوهاب. اوكي عبد الوهاب. عدنان. علي بدر. علي بشار. علي بشار ورا وعلي. علي بشار. عمر ماجد. عمرو الحسن. فيصل تركي. محمد سعيد. محمد عبد العزيز. محمد عبد العزيز. محمد عبد العزيز العرفج. محمد عبد الله. محمد عبد الله العجمي. اوكي مشاري يوسف. مهند سعيد. نايف خالد. نواف. نواف خالد. يوسف حسن and Yusuf Muhammad. Okay, who are absent until now? نواف خالد الوهيبي. محمد عبد العزيز العرفج. علي بشار المطيلق. عبد العزيز منصور الشمري. عبد الرحمن سليمان الفالح. صهيب العثمان. Okay. Okay, guys, now I will start the configuration of our lab from PCA. I will go quickly with this configuration, and you will, at the end of each router, I will like keep the screen for you for few minutes to take a screenshot for the configuration. Here we put now enable.
Doctor.
Yes.
Abdurrahman is here, but my mic didn't work. Sorry.
عبد الرحمن إيش؟
عبد الرحمن الفالح.
عبد الرحمن الفالح. عبد الرحمن الفالح. Okay, send me a message يا عبد الرحمن. Send a message through the chat, huh? Okay, I will continue with the configuration. Just I will open the steps of the lab manual. In this lab, guys, I will not configure the passwords that we have done before. Just I will go to the configuration of the IP addresses, the clock rate, and I will go to the configuration of the OSPF. But for you guys, you have to do this passwords as we have done in the for the RIP protocol. Okay. Enable configure terminal. First, it will be host name R1. Then I will configure the interfaces based on the address that we have in our table. the first interface gigabit 00, the IP address, which is the IP address, guys, 192.168.1.1, and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0, which is the next command, guys, to activate it. Now
Shut down.
Okay, now shut down. Then interface serial 0/0/0. This interface that contains the DCE. First, the IP address is 192.168.12.0, and the subnet mask 255.255.252. Just here, just you can use the up arrow, guys, to like request the previous commands, and just to edit these commands, but take care to put a wrong number when you edit this previous commands, just because they are the same commands, just values will change. The IP address, and I will put the clock rate here as it is mentioned in the configuration, 28,000, I think, or 128. 128,000. And here, just the IP address, the clock rate, and now shut down. Then I will configure the next, because here it contains two interfaces, two serial connected to router one. We have the serial 00 and serial 001. Now I will configure serial 001. Just I will request the previous command, replace this 0 by 1. Then the IP address, just I will replace the 192.160.168. You see here, 001 is 13.1. Okay. Here now clock rate, just I will put now shut down, because here clock rate is from the side of router 3. Now shut down. Normally I finish with this router, I will put it, and then I will copy running configuration to startup configuration. Then I will go to the next router. Which router now? I will go to router 2, PCB, desktop, terminal. Okay.
Doctor?
Yes.
Please, after the no shutdown, what should I do?
You put and you copy configuration. And
okay.
and you copy the configuration. Enable, configure terminal. Then I will put the command concerning the host name. But for you guys, for the security commands, don't forget this, for enable secret, password, line VTY, and line console passwords, logging synchronous, service password encryption. Don't forget these commands. R2, and I will go to interface configuration. The first interface in router 2 is gigabit 00, INTG0/0, IP address 192.168.2.1, subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Now shut down. Then I will go to the serial interface. Interface serial 0/0/0 that connect router 2 to router 1. IP address, it will be 12.2. Just here I will add with the left arrow from the keyboard. Don't use the mouse. And I will replace this 0 for the submask by 252. And as we said, why we choose this submask 252, because here I need only 2 IP addresses. So here we have the 2 last bits in this the subnet mask that satisfy the needs for this 2 IP address. For this it will be /30 يعني the subnet mask. Enter, and the command.
The IP address is 0.2, not 0.1.
Yes, sorry. Here, guys, in case I make it like that, for example, by mistake, I put 1, not 2. It will be the same as I have give it to 000 from router 1. What you do, just you back to the same command and replace it by 2, like that. Okay. But you should in the same interface, and it was 00. Don't exit. If you exit from the interface configuration, should enter to the interface, then correct the IP address. Okay, thank you, Rodian, for your attention. I go to the next serial that connect router 2 to router 3. The same command, interface serial, but here it will be 001 that connect router 2 to router 3. The IP address here, it will be 23.1. Subnet mask is 252, the same. Okay, just here I need to configure the clock rate, because here this interface, guys, DCE interface has a clock rate. So the clock rate for this connection 128,000, and now shut down. Now I will put in, then I will copy the running configuration to startup configuration. Sorry. Okay. I will go to router 3. Through PCC desktop terminal. Okay. Now enable configure terminal. Host name R3. Interface gigabit 0/0. The IP address for this interface 192.168.3.1. 192.168.3.1, sorry, and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. The next command, now shut down. Okay, interface serial that connect router 3 to router 1. And is a DCE interface. I should configure the clock rate, and this interface, guys, here that connect router 3 to router 1. I configure this interface, then I will configure serial 001 that connect router 3 to router 2. Okay. IP address, first the serial 0/0/0. The IP address is here, subnet mask 252, and the IP address is 13.2. Okay. Here we have clock rate. It will be 128,000. And now shut down. And then the serial that connect router 2 to router 3. You see here, guys, this update that came now. Normally, if I put the command in the console logging synchronous, it will not appear and interrupt the configuration. Okay, interface serial 001. Its IP address is here 23.2. 252, the last byte of subnet mask, but here 23.2. Okay, and no clock rate, just I put no shutdown. Normally, I finish with this. I will put and I will copy the configuration. You see here this message. Normally, if I have put the command logging synchronous in the console, I will not receive this message during when I do the configuration or I put my commands. Copy, but I will continue like I didn't have this message. I will continue my command running configuration to startup configuration, and it works
Doctor,
with me. Yes.
please, can you go at the first thing after the host name? Just want to take a screenshot, please.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Yes, there you go.
This for router 3, yeah.
Yeah, router 3, router 3. Can I have? Can you just go down? Okay, that's perfect.
Okay.
Okay, thanks so much.
Okay, thank you. For the router 2, if you didn't yet, just I will show you the router 2 here, this for router 2, but it will be the same, just guys to take care about the IPs. This for router 2. And for router 3, sorry, for router 1, PCA, we have here until this command. Okay, I will put them like that, but I don't know if the screen supports the 3 parts.
teacher وين نحطها عند كاس المطر.
Okay, guys, here we have the 3 screens for the 3 routers. Now I will continue with the OSPF configuration. For the OSPF configuration, we have the same procedure for RIP, but you will see it will be like more easy than RIP configuration. And the RIP, if you remember, each router should know routers that outside of it are not directly connected to it. But for OSPF, you will advertise networks that are directly connected to it, and this router, after creating this like a simple LSDP, it will forward it to other routers. And the commands, you'll see here, we have this the commands here. First, we have to configure and verify the OSPF. You have the router OSPF, and access to the configuration mode, router OSPF 1, and you will advertise this network. And here we have, guys, this is the IP address. This is what represents this, guys.
Yes.
What represent?
Number of hosts.
Is it the subnet mask, guys?
Number of hosts, right?
This, but before this, guys, I will highlight different networks using the colors. Okay, for the first network that contain PCA, third network that connect router 1 to router 2, the fourth network that connect PCB to router 2, the fourth that connect router 2 to router 3, and we have the fifth network that connect PCC. Here just I will add the IP address or the network address for each network. How to know this? Just by putting the mouse and the router, you will see the IP address and the subnet mask. For example, for gigabit 00 192.168.11/24, the network address, it will be 192.168.1.0/24. For this network, guys, 192.168.12.0.
صحيح.
slash guys
24.
لا, not 24.
30.
30. Okay. This one here, just as told you, you can put the mouse to see the addresses and the router for gigabit 00 2.1 يعني 2.0/24. Just I will
24
put it here. Yes, 192.168.2.0/24. But for the between routers, it will be /30. As you said, we need only 2 IPs. It will be that connect serial 001 23.0. 23.0, and this one 192.168.23.0/30, and this one normally 192.168.3.0/24. Okay. Is there another network, guys? I think there is another one that we didn't highlight.
From the two bottom routers.
Yes, between router 1 and router 3. Excellent. Here I have to add here another color for this network. For example, red color. But red and red, it will not be clear. I will use orange out of that. I will put this one. Okay, here this network, its address serial 000 13.0 192.168.13.0/30 because it connects to these two routers. Now, how each router will advertise its network with others.
Rainbow.
We have, for example, this router 1, has this network 192.168.10, 192.168.12.0, 192.168.13.0. It will create a network for these routers, but this specific subnet mask that we name wildcard or the inverse subnet mask. How to calculate it? We use I will use the note here to show you how to calculate this. We will put the subnet mask for this network 192.168.1.0/24. It means 255.255.255.0.
Long.
I will subtract this subnet mask from the whole subnet mask or the broadcast subnet. Just I will put it here first, 255. Then I will put minus 255.255.255. All right.
No.
.0. This it will be equal 255 minus 255.
0.
0.
0.
0.
0.
0.
255.
255. So here I will advertise this network like that: 192.168.1.0 space the subnet, the inverse subnet mask or the wildcard mask. Okay, just I will advertise this one and I will back to the second one. Here I will start by this first network enabled.
No.
Configure terminal. Router. Which protocol, guys, I will use? Router read.
OSPF.
Excellent. Router OSPF. And here we have the added version. For the read version, we added in the second line, but here we added in the same line. I will put like that: network 192.168.1.0 space 0.0.0.255. This is the inverse subnet mask or the wildcard mask. Then I will put the area. In our lab, we will use one area. If we have only one area, it will be the backbone area. And the backbone area has a number, which is the number of this area, the backbone area. You see here, guys, in this slide here, the backbone area
Zero.
area 0. So here I will put area
It's
0. This is the first network. The second network, guys, it will be this network 192.168.12.0. Here, if I have 12.0/30, and normally this number here, it will be here.
252.
Okay, just I try to edit this one.
It's just gonna be 0.3 at the end.
Okay, you know it now, guys, how to do it, huh? Okay, you know how to do it, guys?
Yes.
Okay, I will go quickly to don't spend time to repeat this again. I will just add the welded card for each network. Now in this router, just I will move it here to the right. Then I will continue. Just I will request the previous command. Just here I will replace 1 by 12.0 the welded subnet mask /3, and the area will be 0, the same. The third network is this one, guys, 192.168.13. That's it will be the same here, just I put replace 12 by 13. Okay. Here I just will add the passive interface for gigabit 00. You remember why we use passive interface? Why we use passive interface, guys, in the configuration? To avoid sending update to this interface. For which reason? Because when each router will create its LSP, it will float it through the whole network to all ports. It will float it or send it to this network. But here I didn't have any router to use this LSP. So here I will increase or I will use the bandwidth of the network for nothing. This from this side. From the other side, for the security, if PCA has a hacker devices or tools, he can capture this information and use it to hack the network. Yes or no, guys? For this reason, we try to don't send updates, router updates for switches or computers. In this example, by make this interface gigabit 00 as passive interface. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay, now I finish with this router. Just I check for the manual steps. Where is it? Okay, normally here, sorry. This part. Okay, passive interface. Now I will configure router 2. Clear for this example? Just here put end, then copy, running configuration to startup configuration. Then I will go to next router. I will do the same steps for the RIP configuration. Enable, configure terminal, router OSPF 1. Here networks, we have also this first network 192.168.12.0, network 192.168.12.0 space 0.0.0.3 area 0, and the network that connect PCB. Just I will use the same command here. You see here it start updating, guys. This message of updates, if I have configured the logging synchronous, as I said, it will not appear for you. It will not like make errors for your configuration. So you take care when you use it to don't put a run command for this part. Just I will click here. Here I will put 255 and this will be
10 34 دقيقة
2 192.168.2.0 area 0. This for the yellow network. For the next network, it will be 23.0. Just I will replace this 255 by 3 and this 2 by 23. Enter. Normally I finish. I put and sorry, passive interface before giving. Passive interface gigabit 0/0 and copy the running configuration to startup configuration. Sorry, startup. Okay, guys. Now I can check. I can check here the routing table. I can put show IP route to see if route start communicate. You see here, O is the OSPF, and this one.
في الكلمتين متضادتين.
If I check here for router 1, it receives the update. You see here, it receives update from router 1, and here 23.1. 23.1 is this network, guys. But from where it receive it? Receive it from router 2, because router 2 send an update to router 1. Show IP route. You see here, it's received this, but it's still 1 O. Here we have only 2 O. The third one not yet, because we didn't yet configure router 3. I will get router 3, guys, and I will show you here before the routing table. Enable show IP route. Here only see networks that directly connect networks. Okay, it didn't yet receive any update because we didn't yet configure it as an OSPF routing protocol. Let's go to configure this. Configure terminal router OSPF. Okay, and I will put the network address for the purple network 192.168.3.0 0.0.0. Here, guys, dot 3 or dot 25.
255.
25. 255, sorry, and the area 0. Now the blue network between router 2 and router 3, and now it will start receiving updates, exchanging updates with others. Here, just I will put 13 and 0.0.0.3 for the wildcard mask, and the third one is 23.0. You see here, I will repeat the command again. Start receiving updates with router 1, and now when I put 23, it will start receiving updates with router 2. Okay, normally still only the passive interface gigabit 0/0, then no shutdown. Sorry, not now shutdown. And 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 show. First, I will copy the configuration. Copy running configuration to startup configuration. Press enter and show IP route. IP route يعني the routing table, guys.
أول وحدة.
You see, guys, now how many O's?
آخر وحدة.
How many OSPF route?
Agree.
Okay, here guys, you have the cost. You see the cost, for example, to reach the network 192.168.1.0, the cost is 65. If you go through the interface 13.1, what is 13.1? This interface, and with this network, the cost is 65. Also, if you need to go to the network 192.168.2.0, اللي هو is this network, you can go via 23.1. This 23.1 here, this interface that connect router to router 3 to router 2, and the cost is 65. But here, guys, you can see this one, the cost. If you need to go to the network 192.168.12.0, اللي هو this one, through this one, how many routes will go through from here? And if we go from here,
2.
You have 2 routers. You go via 192.168.13.1, اللي هو this part, then 192.168.23.1, 23.1 اللي هو this one. The cost is 128. 128, guys. It's like 65 plus 65. It comes 65 plus 65 equal
130.
130. It's like 128, and it is the double. For the cost to go through a router and through another router to reach this network, you have high cost to reach this router. Another command, just I will keep the commands, guys, for you. I will share with you the commands to see if you need to take a capture for each one of this for PCA. And from here we start the routing part. Yes.
Where is?
Okay, guys, and here's the command to show the IP route. Okay, you can take a screenshot for this. And this for PCA, for PCB. We start from this. Okay. This for PCB, and now for PCC. I did here. Okay, guys.
دكتور
Okay.
أنا يطلع لي الكوست حق النتورك غير
كم؟
129.
No problem. Here, yes, no problem, no problem. 129, 128, 130.
لا هذا نتورك 2. عندك يطلع أقل واجد يعني. BCC.
Also, for the first guys, this is a simulation, not a real configuration. Don't take care about this. Only if you have a run configuration, normally this is another thing. But normally it will be this different values is related to the simulation tool, not to real. For example, for this here, the cost is normally it would be the same. Here 128, 65, the same. Okay, but not big issue, guys. Okay. Now I will test, guys. We didn't until now test the ping before. I have to test the ping between devices for the router configuration. I have to do it now. If I test, guys, the ping, is there something that I didn't manage? from PC.
Yeah, the IP address for the
PC.
PCs.
Yes, excellent. The IP addresses. So close the terminal and go to the IP address. The first is 192.168.1. I think, where is the addressing table? And you can do it from the beginning, guys. 192.168.1.3.2.3.3.3, and the subnet mask 00, all of them, and the gateway it finished by 1. So I will go to the first computer, PCA, normally 192.168.1.2 or 3. Guys.
3.
3.
3. Okay. And the subnet mask 255 and the gateway, guys, take care about the gateway. Just I will copy paste the gateway, finish with 1. Okay. If I test the ping now, successful for PC B 2.3 and the subnet mask and the gateway 2.1. Okay. If I test the ping, will be successful with router port which it was directly connected for PCC X IP address 192.168.3.3 and the subnet mask 255.0 and the gateway 3.1. Okay, here we have now go back to the configuration, but just I test the thing from DCC to router 1 successful. But I need to ping between networks just from PCA to router 3 to router 2, sorry, successful from here because I have configured the routing protocol, but before it will not ping until you configure the routing protocol, because in the beginning for configuring the routing protocol it ping only to directly connected devices from PCA to PCB, PCC to PCB, and from PCB to from PCC to PCA. It will ping. You see here we have the whole configuration correct. Now just we have some commands, guys. I will quickly go with it. And normally now you have the correct configuration. It's still a simple thing. The configuration, okay, verification. We have this command, guys. If I ask you which protocol you have used, use this command, show IP protocols. And in a router, go to the terminal to see if you have used the RIP or OSPF. Enable, then you put show IP protocols. It gives you which protocol it is used. And here it gives you the routing networks to this configured in this router 1.0 اللي هو this one, 12.0 اللي هو this one, the blue, and 13.0 that connect router 1 to router 3. And here you have the distance also. It is put the distance. You can do it for other routers, you will get this. Another command, guys, is an important command, and is a configuration that we will do. We need to know the ID, because when we have more than one router, we need to make one of them is like we need to give an ID for this router. Here, use the show IP OSPF command to examine the OSPF process ID and router ID. This command displays the OSPF area information as well as the last time the OSPF algorithm was calculated. Yani the information about the packs that we sent. I will put here IP. Sorry, show
Papa.
IP OSPF here, guys, you will see the first information here, routing process OSPF 1 ID 13.1. You see here 13.1, guys, is this number? Yes or no?
Yes.
You will see for which reason we put this one. Normally, the router, if you didn't assign an ID for a router, it uses the ID as the IP address of one of the networks, of the ports connected to this router. Here we have the LSA, support LSA, and the time. Where is the time? And it takes 5 seconds to be transmitted. The time between two SPF is 10 seconds. A lot of information, guys, here. You can see it in the manual. But here I need the ID. Is yes, this is for the SPF algorithm class executed. Yani at which time it was executed.
Drain.
SPF algorithm, where is it, guys?
Look. Swing.
10 times. Yani we apply this algorithm to get this path. Okay. Here I can use the command to show interface connected to this router. Using the command show OSPF interface brief. It gives you different interfaces 001, 00, and gigabit 01, and it gives you the IP address and the cost normally to this one. Go to the next one is here, guys. The hello pact is sent here. Show IP interface. It told you this hello pact is a kind of LSP message exchanged between routers to greet each other and to change information, or between the router and the directly connected networks to know the year addresses. Yes, now this last part, guys, for the router ID. The router ID, OSPF routes ID is used to uniquely identify the router in the OSPF routing domain. Cisco routers derive the router ID in one of 3 ways. Yani it select or assign an ID for the router through 3 ways. The first way, this is the IP address configured with the OSPF router ID command if present. Yani if you have assigned a router ID, or the highest IP address of any of other of the router's loopback addresses if present, or the highest active IP address on any of the router's physical interface. For us, we didn't configure the router ID and we did configure the loopback interface. We have configured the physical interface. For example, for our router 1, the interfaces configured, guys, we have them here. Routing for networks 192.168.1.0, 12.0, 13.0. Which is the highest one, guys? between this three? 1, 12, or 13?
Yes. Wait.
You hear me, guys?
I think it's
Hmm.
13.
13. And if we see
13.
here, yes, here, this one, guys, are directly connected, not this for the routing team. But this one here, we have 1.0, 12.0, 13.0. It choose the highest one. The highest one is 13.0 normally, but for the interface is 13.1. Okay, but it choose this as an ID. If I go to router 3 here, and I will use the same command, show IP IP protocols first, then IP OSPF. Here you will see we have 3.0, 13.0, 23.0. Which one will be the ID?
3.0.
3.0, the highest.
23.
23. I will put the command to see this. Show IP OSPF. And you see here the ID 23.2. This is the ID. This selected automatically by the router, and it will select the highest. But if you configure the ID, this it will be which ID you have put it. I will configure the ID just and we finish with this part. And here we have yes, how to sorry guys, here if we configure a Loopback interface, you will see the router will use this interface. And the Loopback interface, guys, is a virtual interface that we configure for routers, okay, especially to create that we name the default route. I will create an interface and add an IP address for this interface for router 1. Where is it? Router 1 PCA. Enable, configure terminal. Interface is a logical interface, guys. Interface Loopback 0. It will be automatically created and activated because it is logical. The IP address 1.1.1. Sorry, I should put IP address first. Command, then 1.1.1.1 space 255, 255, 255, 255. I know no need to put no shutdown because already activated when you create it is a logical interface. I will put here and I will check if the router receive. I create a Loopback interface. Normally the ID of the router, it will receive this address. I will check show IP OSPF. Where is the ID? This is the ID, but it's still the same 13.1 because it's still registered. I should clear this address, this ID, and restart the router to get the new ID. You have to take care. If you didn't save your work and you put restart, you will lose your work. So there is another two methods to make this change of the ID. If we use this command here, it is mentioned and take care about it. As this for router 2, for router 3 we will do it, but we go with router 1. You must reload the router in order to reset your router ID Loopback address. But issue the reload command in all 3 routers. Press enter to confirm the reload. Here, take care about this point. The clear IP or SPF process command does not reset the router IDs with the Loopback address. Reloading the router will reset the router ID to the Loopback address. So what I will do, guys, I will first copy my configuration, then I will restart. After that, completed the reload process, they will show the protocols and you will see the new ID. Let's do it. Here, just I will copy running configuration to startup configuration. Then I will put reload, confirm. But this is the best manner to receive the new ID. But you can use the command clear IP OSPF process without rebooting. But this is, you can lose your configuration. Okay, now I will put enable configure terminal. Sorry, just I will put show IP OSPF. You see now the ID, guys, is the Loopback interface. Okay, clear, guys?
Yes.
Here, take care about to use this command to copy your configuration and reload. But you can put this command directly, clear IP OSPF process. This also it can be used to like renew or update your routing, your router ID. Another manner to assign an ID for the router. This command will access the router OSPF and we will assign this ID, and I will reload the same process to receive the new one. Just I will do it only for router 1, and for you have to do it for our other routers. I go to configure terminal, then router OSPF 1, and I will put router ID 11.11.11.11. Enter. You see here, to take place, reload or use clear IP OSPF process command for this to take effect. And here to take effect, you have to use this command, or just you put end and you will copy running configuration to startup configuration, and you put reload to let this change takes place. Okay. Okay. And you do it for router 2 and router 3, router 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, router 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. Sorry. You see here, it's this process. It starts sending and receiving updates between routers. Here, guys, this error here, I put end, normally is a run command. It go to check it in the domain. Which command that will block this? We have take it in the RIP. In the RIP protocol. Which command will, if I make any error, immediately will let me put the correct command, and will not take 1 minute to like check this command and the domain. You remember the command?
No, actually.
Huh? Okay,
Actually, no.
Okay, we take it in the RIP. Just I will show you this, and the RIP is the no IP domain lookup. Where is here? The here, guys, you have the solution and the commands, but do it from your side. Going with the steps is better to just copy paste. And the week 4, we have the command, the NS lookup command. Where is it? DNS lookup, guys. This DNS lookup, if you do it, you will not wait for 1 minute to get like that after, because what it do here when I put end is a run command. It will translating this end and check it on the domain server to find if there is any command simulate this one, and it will told you, do you mean for example this command? If not, it will take this 1 minute until it finish, then it gives you the way to continue configuring. So here in noun command or computer name or enable to find. But if you put the DNS, disable DNS lookup, it will not take this time. Just it will give you run command and you can continue configuration. Just here I will put enable. I repeat it again, subhanAllah, just to see the importance of this command. Okay. I will, I have to wait. I will just go to, if still another part here. Normally we finish with this part just for the ID. When we send an ID, normally is the last one. Yes, for the passive interface, if you put show OSPF interface 000, this interface normally we block the updates. So you will see this message now, hello, facts to be sent to this interface because we make it passive interface. And you will see this. I will check it, inshallah. Which other command? Show IP route. Here we have the routes. Here does route show SPF name is R1. Yes, and normally this command, this question is easy to back to PCA. What we put here, guys, enable show IP OSPF. You see here the new ID, guys.
Oh, yes.
It changed to the ID that I have assigned. And it can be, if you didn't assign an ID or a loopback interface, it will be the highest IP address of the interface connected to this router. If you configure the loopback interface, it will be the loopback interface. And if you have 3 or more, more than one loopback interface, it will be the highest loopback interface address. If you configure the ID, it will be the ID that you have configured. Just I will show interface gigabit 0/0 and see here the hello packs. Where is hello packs? And where it is mentioned passive interface. People live, where is it, guys? Where is it? Is it the correct command, guys, to see it or not? Show IP OSPF interface. Show IP.
أستاذ قسمنا 7 على 5.
SPF. Just one interface. Okay, see here, no hello pack because it is a passive interface. But if I put it for serial 00, for example, S0/0/0, you see here the hello pack, it exists. Okay, guys. Now the last thing here, the router, if I need to ping to PCA, I will to PCC, how many possible paths I can go through? You hear me, guys? I will delete the scenario and I will go to the simulation and I will ping from PCA to PCC and see the path through which path it will go. You see, it goes through router 1 to router 2. Oh, sorry, to router 3, then router, then PCC. Suppose, guys, why it choose this network? Because this the least cost one. What I will do, I will make, you see how now it will be successful. I will fast forward. You see the second possibility.
واضحة.
It's field, guys, but just I will repeat it again. Okay. Here I will make this interface serial 001. I will make it passive interface like that. I will put I will stop the simulation and I will back to the real time. Just I will make this interface passive. Configure terminal router OSPF 1 and make the interface passive interface serial /0/0/1 through which the packet and the previous ping go through. I will disable, like I will make this passive. Then I will press enter. Sorry, this slash. Okay, I will put and I will put show IP route. You see, guys, the route to this network 192.168.30. Where is it? 192.168.30. 192. Yes, this one. You see the matrix, how it comes, guys? 129. And if I will test the ping now, again, I will use the simulation. I will delete this one and I will repeat the ping to see the difference. Now, normally it will go through router 2 because it found the cost is higher. If I go to this one, sorry, to this PC, and I will start the ping. You will see the packet will go through router 1, then router 2, router 3. Okay, you see now how it choose this path because the interface 001 like this a high cost interface to go through, so it goes through second one. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Okay, this part, guys, that we have here. When you put, and if I put now show IP interface for this one you will see to passive interface and with a high cost. I think it's clear, guys, for this part. I will put here, copy, run a configuration to startup configuration. And then we have finished with our lab. Any question, guys, concerning this part?
No.
All of you is okay. I will add the link now for you, and it will still for you up open it until I submit it until 11:59. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Who they finish now, they can submit it.
Do we have
And,
to add the password, Doctor, or is that only in the project?
yes. Add them. It's better. At least add them to one router.
Okay.
And also the DNS lookup, disable DNS lookup and the logging synchronous, and to see their effect when you use it is better to don't use it. Okay. This is lab 8 OSPF and the grade for 1 mark. Okay, guys.
How do you disable DNS lookup again?
Yes, the command for the DNS lookup, just I will show it to you here. Okay, for example, in this router, I will put enable, configure terminal, and you put no IP domain dash lookup. Okay, and also I will show you the logging synchronous. Logging synchronous, you assign it to the line console. If you put, for example, line console 0 password Cisco login